Hi, this is Toby. Today's yoga video is going to be a chair yoga practice. So if you want to just grab a basic chair with no arms, or if you're doing this from a wheelchair, maybe you can take your arms off of the chair. If not, we can work around it as well. You might today also want to grab a strap. Like I just have a belt here, a basic, just a regular belt. And you might also like to grab a block. So this is a yoga block, but you don't have to get fancy. Anything that is basically a rectangle or a square, a cube will do. And let's just go ahead and get started. So we want to start by getting comfortable in your chair. You might be able to have your feet flat or flat-ish on the floor. You want to relax your shoulders, maybe roll them back a couple times. Let's place both hands on the belly, and we're just going to start with a gentle breathing exercise. So we're going to develop our 3-part breath. So to begin, let your belly expand on your inhales and gently tuck in towards the spine on the exhales. You might even be able to feel this in the side body, a little bit the back body. Try to relax your jaw and your facial muscles. And then take one hand and place it on your heart center. And we're going to start to expand the breath from the bottom of the lungs up to the top. So after your belly expands, let your rib cage begin to expand. And on your exhale, let your rib cage gently draw in, and then tuck the belly gently towards the spine, really just getting rid of all the air in your lungs as much as possible. And then we'll expand the breath even a little bit deeper and longer. So belly expands on your inhale, rib cage expands, and then under your top hand you might feel your collarbones just gently lift. And we're going from the top down as you breathe out. Collarbones drop, rib cage draws in, and the belly tucks. So if this breath becomes shallow or uneven, just go ahead and return to a natural, relaxed breath. We don't need to get too worked up about it. So just let your hands now gently rest in your lap, however is comfortable. On an inhale, squeeze the shoulders up towards your ears and exhale them down and back. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, roll them back. Keep going at your pace. Everything is based on your breath. We'll just reverse directions. Take your inhales to draw the shoulders back. Shoulder blades can squeeze together as you lift the shoulders, and exhale, they come forward and down. And we'll do this a few more times. And let's bring our hands to our knees. Relax your shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to take a seated cat pose. So go ahead and bring your chin towards your chest, round the spine. Take an extra breath here. Really feel that stretch along the back of the neck and the spine. And on an inhale, we're going to send the chest forward. Roll those shoulders back. You might bring your chin a little bit towards the ceiling, and you might gaze up too with your unfocused gaze, your drishti. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let's round the spine. Inhale right back into your seated cow. And exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. So just move and breathe like this a couple times on your own. Just bring a little movement in. And then we'll return to a neutral spine. Go ahead and wiggle it out a little bit. Okay, we're going to get into the side body now. So bring the hands to the sides. Take a big inhale to lift the right arm up. And exhale, side bend over to the left. So you might be able to gaze up beyond your top elbow. If that doesn't work for you, you can gaze down. You can try to kind of wiggle out any tension. You want to try not to collapse that shoulder down, so try to keep the chest facing directly forward. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, lift the arm back up. Exhale it down. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, we go over to the side. And you want to really try to root down into the left sitting bone so that we can get a good side stretch. Really feel the rib cage open. Make sure you can breathe. We're not trying to go beyond our edge, the place where we can still breathe fully, but you can feel a little something, maybe a little bit different than usual. Exhale, gaze down. And on your inhale, we come back up. Exhale that left arm down. All right, we're going to take it into a twist. So let's take an inhale, lifting up through both arms. Exhale, we're going to spin towards the left. So you might bring your left hand to the back of the chair. Right arm can be reaching forward, or you can even bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. So that's just if you need a little assistance in the twist. So we're not trying to crank anything around. As usual, we're letting the belly come towards the side, and then the chest, and then the neck is the last thing to twist. Inhale, let's expand the right arm out. Arms are in a T now. Exhale, we're just going over to the other side. So again, your hand can be on the back of your chair. Left arm can be extended towards the front, or go ahead and take that bind on the outside of the right thigh here. Inhale, expand both arms out to center, out to a T. On an exhale, bring the knees a little bit farther apart, and we're taking a seated goddess pose here. So let both elbows bend, maybe about at a 90-degree angle. Palms are facing forward. You can stretch out through the hands, through all 10 fingers. And your knees are out over the toes. Toes are pointing outward. I know you can't see them here. And let's bring the hands to the inner thighs. We're taking a twist. Let that right shoulder come forward. We're peeking off the left shoulder. And again, here you might need to kind of explore the back of the neck, moving it around as needed. Take your inhale to come to center and exhale to the other side. Maybe you're peeking off the right shoulder. Make sure you haven't lost track of the breath. We want to move and breathe mindfully. Take your inhale to lift back up to center and just draw the knees to face forward once again. Let your spine be tall. We're going to get into the side of the neck. So let your right ear come towards your right shoulder. Left hand can extend out or be down. And if you need it, you're taking your right hand to the left temple just for a little bit of weight, a little bit of assistance. We don't need to, again, as usually, we don't need to get extreme. On your next exhale, creep your fingertips towards the back of the skull, like you're going to, we're going to try to sniff the right armpit here. So we're just getting into a little bit of a different space on the back of the neck. Still a place where you might feel some tightness, you might feel some knotted areas. Think of breathing into those little tight spaces. Without judgment, with a little bit of patience. And inhale, gently take your head back to center and release both hands. You might need to kind of, again, wiggle around the shoulders, move the head and neck around. And then you're gently letting the left ear come to the left shoulder, extending out the right arm. And maybe taking the left hand to the right side of the head. Again, this might not be necessary for you at this moment. So in other words, you could just leave the left hand down. And here we go, gently peeking down and around the left armpit. And on an inhale, gently, maybe you assist the head back to neutral and move around the neck and shoulders. Let's take the hands together at the heart center. Inhale, lift your arms. You might lift the gaze. Exhale, swan dive into a seated forward fold. So you might like your block underneath your hands, or you might touch the floor or your feet or your shins. Try to relax the neck, and we don't want to have any ripping or pulling at the lower back. So take your next inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. On an inhale with a flat back, let's circle the arms back up. You're gazing up if your neck allows that. Exhale, Samastiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lead with the heart into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze can be forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up, reach through the side body. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. You might even lean back a little. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, hands to prayer with your intention. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Release the back of the neck. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, hands are in your prayer pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands to the heart center. All right, so we might have made a little bit of heat. Go ahead and relax the shoulders, sit tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, come back into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, lift the arms, and we'll lift the left knee up. Flex the foot. Exhale, grab around your shin. Inhale, lift the heart. Shoulders can roll back. Exhale, tuck. You might touch your forehead to your knee, might not, doesn't matter. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And then exhale, the foot down, hands come to the heart center. Okay, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms lift. Lift the right knee up. Flex the foot. Exhale, grab around the knee or maybe the shin. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders roll back. You might gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, just like in our seated cat-cow. Inhale, reach the arms. And exhale, foot comes down and the hands come down. All right, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold. We'll take that into a little flow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up, lift the left knee. Exhale, grab around the shin. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck that chin. Inhale, lift the arms, leave that knee lifted, and exhale, lower it down. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, shoulder blades reach down towards the hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms lift and the right knee lifts. Exhale, take your bind. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the arms, leave the right knee lifted. And exhale, lower the foot, lower the hands to the heart. Inhale, open the heart, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Full inhale to reach the arms, lift the left knee. Exhale, grab around the leg. Inhale, heart opens, throat opens. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands back to Samastiti. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Gaze could be forward, it could be down if that is more appropriate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach, right knee lifts. Foot is still flexed. Exhale, grab around the shin. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, you can release the arms down, release the shoulders. Make sure you're breathing. On an inhale, let's lift the arms to a T, and we're going to try to cross the left leg, left knee over the right. And we're going to bring the left arm under the right. So you might be able to wrap your arms and the hands might come together. You might be grabbing your thumb and pinky finger. Maybe you don't really have a bind here. That is also perfectly fine. We just want to feel a stretch along the shoulder blade area. And if this doesn't work for your knees, then you just unwind the knees. No big deal. So let the elbows be maybe right in front of the shoulders if that works for you. And we'll take a couple breaths with the elbows a little bit lower. So maybe they come in front of the chest. We'll just kind of adjust where you're going to feel the stretch. We want to stay long through the back of the neck. Inhale, unwind the arms and the leg. And exhale here, just extend out that left leg. Foot is flexed, arms can stay in a T. And we're just going to power up that left thigh for a few breaths. Well, about 5 breaths here. And exhale, release it down, release the arms. Okay, let's take our seated eagle on the other side. Inhale, arms to a T, lift the right leg, and exhale, wind the right knee over the left, and the right elbows going underneath the left. So it might be available for you to hook your right foot around the back of the left calf. That might or might not be available. We're not trying to hurt any of the joints. And you might take the next few breaths with a little bit lower elbows. Keep a long spine. Inhale. All right, we're extending the arms out to a T and extend the right leg out. So the toes are pulling back towards your body. We're trying to keep the leg lifted. Maybe it is parallel with the hip. Maybe it's parallel with the floor. Maybe it's just a couple inches off the floor. Who knows? Who knows what today might bring? All right, let's release that. All right, we're going to get into the hips a little bit. So if it's available to you, you're going to take your left ankle and place it on the right thigh. Otherwise, maybe it is on top of your right shin with your right leg a little bit extended. You may take your left hand and gently press the left knee down if it does not hurt. So stay there, or go ahead and cradle your foot into your right elbow crease, and you can wrap your left arm around the knee. So that's just an option, and if you're super flexible, this is where you would bring your foot behind your head if that is necessary for you to get a good stretch. So not necessary for the ego, but just if you really need to feel that stretch in the back of your, in the left glute here. So you don't want to have pressure on the knee or the ankle joint. You can flex the left foot. Maybe you want to even grab the bottom of your foot if it's available, and we'll give ourselves a little self-massage. So really just jab your thumbs into any super tight areas. If you have any knots in the bottom of your foot, in the sole of your foot. Yeah, maybe you need to pet a cat if there's one crawling around you here. We are still breathing fully. We are doing yoga after all. All right, let's just squeeze the knee in and gently release the foot back down. All right, other side. Lift the right knee. Place the right ankle on top of the left thigh or the shin, because the side might be different. Especially we want to be careful of any injuries. So again, you might lift the shin a little closer towards your chest. Feel free to hug around your foot and hug the right arm around the outside of the thigh, if that is necessary here. Otherwise, just leave your ankle on top of the thigh. You do want to flex that foot. And again, it might be available to gently press the right knee towards the floor. So any variations that you need, go ahead and do. We don't need to all look the same. It's really not about how any of our poses look, but how they feel. And you can go ahead and jab your thumbs into any tight spots on this foot. If you're not breathing, you might be jabbing a little bit too roughly. So let's make sure we're still taking care of ourselves. And then we'll squeeze the right knee in and exhale, drop the foot back down. So sit tall. If you want your block, go ahead and make sure it's in front of you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, begin to hinge forward. You might bring your right hand down to a block or the floor. And we're just going to lift the left arm up to the sky. And you might gaze up. So some people call this a seated triangle pose, a seated version of our Trikonasana. So you do want to really point the crown of your head forward. Exhale, bring the left arm down to the center. And here we go. On an inhale, you'll lift up with your right arm. Try to draw the shoulder back. Again, we don't want to dangle the head, so really let the crown of your head point directly forward, so we are staying long through the spine. You might gaze up. Again, you might not if that doesn't suit your neck. And on an exhale, bring the right arm down. All right, so we're going to start by doing the same thing, lifting the left arm up, and exhale. You might be able to bring the left arm over the left ear. So it's almost like a seated version of our side angle pose. You might be able to gaze up beyond that top elbow. And it doesn't matter if you're reaching directly forward or not. We're just trying to. Inhale, lift the arm back up, and exhale it down to center. All right, other side. Inhale, right arm lifts, and you might be able to exhale, again, the elbow over the right ear. Really try to draw the shoulder blade back and then down towards the hip. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, bring it back down. All right, inhale, lift back up to center. And exhale, grab your hands behind your back. You might be grabbing the forearms. And draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the chest. You might gaze up, might not. One more breath. Exhale, hinge forward. So your hands may or may not come off the lower back. You want to, once again here, dangle the neck. Try to release any tension. What do they say? Tension is who you think you are. But calm and peace is who we really are. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, gently lift the head, lifting all the way back up. You may even lean back a little bit here. Hands might come down to the chair behind you. Inhale, tuck the chin. And exhale, release the arms and hands. So now you might grab that belt or strap if you have it. There's a couple ways we can do this. We're going to get into those, the cow face pose arms. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, bend your elbow, and you might be able to grab your elbow with your right hand, or maybe you're able to grab your left forearm with the right hand. If you do have the strap, go ahead and grab the strap in your left hand, bring it behind your back, and then extend that right arm out and reach your hand behind your back. So here I'm demonstrating what your hands would look like. We are trying to keep the left elbow pointed upward and the right elbow pointed downward. We're not trying to collapse either arm forward. So do make sure that your shoulders here are safe. We're not trying to destroy our joints, just trying to get a nice stretch. So it's wherever you're tight. It might be, for me, it's on the upper left arm here. Inhale, let's reach both arms out to a T. Exhale, drop the hands down, and maybe you want to roll your shoulders a little bit. All right, other side, if you have the strap, grab it in your right hand. Inhale, lift, and exhale, either take a hold of that right elbow or forearm with your left hand, or exhale, bend the left elbow to face downward. And again, you might be grabbing your strap here. So I had not mentioned on the other side, but you might discover you don't need this strap, and you could grab a hold of your fingertips behind your back. But again, not at risk of hunching forward. I'm going to try to let your head press against the right arm. Inhale, release, and exhale. Maybe again, you roll the shoulders a little bit. And you can release the strap if you had it. All right, so we're going to roll the wrists in each direction a little bit here. And then shake them both out. Okay, hands come to prayer, and this time we're going to press the heels of the hands down. Getting a little wrist stretch on the inner wrists here. And then flip your wrist to face your chin, and we are kind of pressing them upward as the elbows might point down. Your hands might not be together if you're super tight in your wrists. Okay, we're going to flip the prayer so the back of your hands are together, wrists face up. And then flip the hands in this direction so the wrists point down. Again, the back of the hands might not appear that they are glued together, so we're just gently stretching. And then shake out the wrists. Really shake them out. Get some circulation flowing. Okay, so we're going to pay a little bit more attention to the hands here, giving ourselves a little bit of a hand massage. So take the left hand in your right hand, and we're going to start with pressing into the palm of the hand and all the way to the thumb. We're trying to get to all the way to the end of each finger. So take the pointer finger, doing each knuckle, a little squeeze, a little massage. Sometimes we don't even realize that we are holding tension in the hands. Move on to each finger. When you are doing each one, you might take a little time to get into the base of the hand and then go all the way up the finger. And ending with the pinky, get into the outer edge of the hand. And then we're just going to make like a number 5. Stretching all the fingers out. Okay, then we're going to take a hold of the right hand, same thing. Take time, get into the palm. Squeeze. Getting into the thumb, maybe squeezing the sides of the thumb. Getting into that little space between the thumb and the first finger. They say that's a good pressure point for headaches. Notice if our spine started to slump, and we'll just try to sit as tall as possible, even when we're busy with our little self-massage. And then stretch out the hand and shake it out. All right, come back to your tall seat, relaxing the hands down. We're going to bring the palms to the lap for a moment. prepare for a little bit of a breathing exercise. We're going to take the alternate nostril breathing. Go ahead and take your right hand, bring your first two fingers down towards your palm, and bring your right thumb to the right nostril. So start by breathing in through that left nostril. Take a pause, put your ring finger on your left nostril, and you'll breathe out the right. On an inhale, you're going to breathe in through that same right nostril. Pause, thumb to the right, and breathe out the left. Then breathe in the left, pause, take the other nostril, and breathe out the right. So we're just going to do this as much as possible. If you need to sneak a breath through the mouth, please do that. We're not trying to pass out. And we're going to do a few rounds like this. So when you breathe out one nostril, you're going to breathe in the same one. Block off that one and breathe out the opposite. So we're going to try for about 5 rounds on each side. Maybe each inhale and exhale can be about 4 counts. This is supposed to get both hemispheres of the brain working together. And it also, to me, seems to clear out the sinuses a little bit too. All right, so when you're done, just relax the shoulders down. You can place your hands back in your lap. Let the spine get tall. Jaws relaxed. And we'll just take a little time to notice the body. Releasing out any tension, maybe from the forehead, down the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. Relaxing out the neck and shoulders and the spine. Heart is open and the belly is relaxed. The legs can be heavy and soft. We've been trying to relax the ankles and the feet. Just taking a few moments of rest. We'll start to wiggle the fingers, maybe lifting the arms, and then bringing the hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your yoga practice with me today. The divine joy and light in me honors, reflects, and bows to the same divine joy and light that dwells in you. Namaste.